What's up guys, Kyle here again, and today we are checking out the brand new Nightmare preamp and distortion pedal from my friends over at Licklairm. Also, I'm not even sure if that's the actual name of the pedal, but we're gonna go with it. Let's do it! Alright guys, hope you're doing great out there today. If this is your first time here at my channel, my name is Kyle, and what I do is I take all sorts of awesome high gain related guitar equipment, I record it with a simple setup, and I give you the unprocessed audio on your end. You're so lucky. So if you're into E-stand or thrash riffs, dropsy hardcore riffs, and dudes with perpetually chapped lips, you're in the right place. Consider hitting the like button and subscribing on the way out so you don't miss any more of my stuff. Thanks! Alright guys, so yet another very exciting day here at Belligerent Amateur Studios, because today I get to share with you the brand new Nightmare, I think is what it's called, pedal from my friends over at Licklairm. You guys have already seen many of the Licklairm offerings here on the channel, and pretty much anytime Daniel sends me a new pedal, I'm just impressed all over again. Like, the dude just can't seem to miss, and I just really love what Daniel does. He made my favorite overdrive last year, the King in Yellow, which we also have up here, and I will be switching on and off throughout this demo. So what is the Nightmare pedal? That's what we're gonna go with for this video, because Daniel didn't actually tell me the name. Never mind, I just looked at my phone and looked up Mr. Simon Sludge's Instagram, because that is the man who this pedal was designed in collaboration with. Simon and his band Nightmare, that's the band name, not the pedal name, worked with Daniel in order to create what he felt was the perfect distortion pedal for extreme metal, and that is the TDW. Is what this is called, the Total Distortion Warship. And if that's still wrong after I'm done filming this video, I'm just gonna punch myself in the head repeatedly. So yeah, I do not know Simon at all. I've never spoken to him, but he's homies with my homie, Taylor Danley. So that automatically means that we're homies. Not really, that's how people get beat up. But anyways, when Daniel reached out to me and asked me if I wanted to check this pedal out here on the channel and told me a little bit about it, I said, of course, the world needs to know how an extreme metal pedal does boomer chugs. So I said, send it on out. So huge thank you to Daniel at Licklairm for sending the pedal out. This is a sponsored video. In full transparency with you guys, I am being paid to share this with you here on the channel. So feel free to take anything that I say in this video with a massive grain of salt. You're more than fair to do so, but just remember, I'm gonna give you my honest thoughts and opinions as I always do, so keep that in mind. All right, so finally, an explanation of what this pedal is. Maybe I'll stop talking sometime soon. This is, like I said in the beginning, this is a distortion slash preamp pedal. It's got a pretty unique design because, as you can see, we've got a 5-band EQ, and that is how you control the EQ of this pedal. There's no bass, middle, treble knobs. It's all in the graphic sliders here on the pedal. This pedal also has a built-in boost over here that is foot switchable on and off, and a noise gate. If you guys are familiar with Licklairm audio at all, you will know that Daniel has created an awesome gate pedal that many people love. The Key and the Gate is what it's called. I know the name of that one. And he has essentially shrunk that circuit down a bit and put it in this pedal, so you get an awesome noise gate built into this pedal, and you will also get a very usable boost, which we will definitely check out, and I will also be boosting it with the King in Yellow. As far as controls, we obviously have an on-off foot switch. We have a foot switch for the boost. For the actual distortion itself, the main distortion circuit, we've got a level, we've got a gain, we've got our 5-band EQ here, and then we also have a cut control. And what this is going to do, at least to my ears, is it seems to shift the mids up. It tightens up the pedal, kind of carves out some of those lower mids, adds some upper mid aggression. So if you want to tighten the sound of the pedal up, I would definitely start with that cut control. Moving over to the actual boost that's built in, we have a range, which is kind of going to control like the tone or the EQ of the boost itself. And then we have a boost level right here. Of course, everything is dimed because belligerent amateur, especially at speaking human words. And then finally, we've got our noise gate control here. So instead of giving you like a huge rundown and turning every knob forever and showing you how much they affect the pedal, I'm actually just gonna play a few riffs with a bunch of different guitars. And we are currently going into the effects return of the 6505 here, but we are also going to check it out real quick into the Black Star Amped 1 towards the end of the video. So if you wanna put the TDW, is the name of it, on a pedal board with a pedal board style power amp and basically create a fly rig or a portable rig out of this, see how it sounds with one of those bad boys, and then we'll plug it directly into my interface, into my DAW, and see how it sounds recording direct. So obviously we've got a lot of ground to cover. Let's go ahead and get started. I'm gonna revisit the intro tone real quick for you guys. As you can see here, I had the King in Yellow engaged in front of the TDW pedal. I've got the noise gate on the TDW pedal, and these are the only two pedals in the circuit. The boost board over here is out of the circuit. I just hit my funny bone and it hurts. So yeah, there's nothing else going on. There will be no post-processing on any of the audio that you guys hear. What you are hearing is what is coming out of the speakers or the pedal itself directly into the interface. So with that being said, the first guitar that I chose to use today is my Schecter E1 SLS. Apocalypse is the name that took me 30 seconds to think of. We have a Duncan Blackwinter in the bridge, and honestly, I just felt like this was the best combination of everything that we had going on here. It sounds nasty. So as you can hear, very aggressive, nice and tight, lots of punchy, low end. I don't know why I separated those words the way that I did. That is without the internal boost on. Let's go ahead and let's kick off the King in Yellow. Let's hear the pedal just by itself. So even with a really hot pickup and the gain completely dimed on this thing, it isn't super saturated. So the idea behind this pedal was obviously to make it sound great for extreme metal, but to also give you lots of chord clarity for dissonant stuff. So I think that that is why you're not going to get an insane amount of saturation out of the pedal by itself. But as you can hear, it takes a boost out front awesome if you don't love the built-in boost. So with that boost off, the pedal is not super tight. Let's go ahead, let's push that cut control up quite a bit and see how much that tightens up the overall sound. So while I love the cut control, it removes some of the low frequencies in front of the pedal or in front of the actual distortion circuit, and it actually kind of removes some of the gain. So let's dial the cut pedal back a little bit and see if we get more saturation. Maybe a little bit, but you can hear how much that cut control actually tightens this pedal up. It's a significant amount. So pulling it back that far, we're gonna have to adjust the rest of the settings on the pedal. So let's pull the lows and the low mids down. All right, so with the cut down and basically adjusting the pedal to kind of compensate, Sounds okay, sounds a little gnarly in my opinion. I actually like it much, much better with that cut up. So let's dial that cut literally all the way. Let's pull up the lows again and get those low mids up. So yeah, like I said, not a ton of gain overall. Let's go ahead and let's kick in the boost. And like I said, we've got the level maxed, we've got the range maxed. All right, so we're getting closer. Let's pull that cut control back so we have some more of those low end frequencies going on. All right, so with the built-in boost and the pedal itself, sounds pretty great right now, just the way that we have it dialed. So you heard it with this guitar. Let's go ahead and switch it for the normal Gallagher with the regular Duncan distortion that I normally use and see how much it reacts to a different guitar and pickup with different output levels. So I have scooped out a lot of the mids on this and tried to make it really aggressive in the top end to basically see if we could get like an 80s style thrash tone. Here we go. Does that sound all day long, like with ease? Sounds pretty good if I say so myself. So let's go ahead and check out this boost, and I'm gonna kind of just roll through the range real quick. I'm gonna dial it all the way back, and I'm gonna show you how much of a difference that makes on the tone. So it actually seems to get fuller, wouldn't you say, Mav, as we turn that control up? You think it gets a little bit fuller? No? Okay. I think it gets fuller. Do you gotta go potty? Is your bladder fuller? This is the miracle dog, everybody. He survived emergency spleen surgery. So happy to have him here with me. So I'm gonna go ahead and let him outside and leave me alone. So with that in mind, let's go ahead and let's actually roll that range back a little bit. Or a lot, because I had it maxed out. All right, so overall, yeah, it actually pulling the range back seems to tighten it up and make it a little bit more surgical, a little bit more precise overall. But for my personal tastes, I like a little bit more saturation, and I want to be able to get that bass punching a little bit harder while still remaining tight. So we're gonna turn off that outboard boost. Let's kick in the King in Yellow again. Honestly, absolutely massive fan of that. That sounds incredible, especially for that kind of thrashy crossover thing. We got lots of low end push, maybe just a tad thin in the low mids, but we can bump the low mid control up to fill things out a little bit if we want. This thing sounds awesome. So let's get a low output pickup and see how it sounds with that. All right, guys, Epiphone, Brendan Small, Thunder Horse with the stock Burst Bucker Pro in the bridge. I have touched nothing. This thing is pretty sensitive to pickups and the amount of output you give it, so let's go ahead, let's put a little bit of gain in from the King in Yellow. So that sounds awesome, but let's try it with the built-in boost. Alright, so overall, tonally, it sounds good. I feel like it's lacking in the saturation department, the way that we have it set up with a lower output pickup. So a lower output pickup on this pedal wouldn't be my first choice, but let's grab something active, see how it responds to that. Alright guys, Schecter SLS Evil Twin E1 here. Your boy's feeling pointy today. That doesn't sound right. Fishman Modern Ceramic in the bridge. This is a very high output pickup. We have touched nothing else. Between switching guitars, here's how it sounds. All right, so definitely more saturated, but let's try it with that King in Yellow out front. So Fishman Fluence pickups are not my favorite in general. The voicing overall is a little MIDI and a little quacky, but it works really well with this pedal, especially with those mids scooped out and the King in Yellow in front. I really dug that, especially the palm mutes, man. This pedal is sick. The TDW is its name, and it is a sick pedal, is my claim. I'm gonna go slam my head through a wall real quick. All right, guys, Schecter PT SLS Hybrid here with the EMG 57 in the bridge. This guitar, as well as the SLS, is the Schecter SLS E1 Evil Twin. Were provided by my friends over at Zounds in order to provide you guys with the tones that you requested here on the channel. So if you're interested in either of those guitars, check that Zounds affiliate link down below. All right, so 7-string riff, we've still got the built-in boost going. We have touched nothing. All right, so barring my guitar being slightly out of tune, it sounds pretty good going this low. And again, I think that that's basically what this pedal is going to be designed for. And I'm sure that that band is way more technical than anything that I'm playing right now. So if they're playing a bunch of single note runs and stuff like that, it's gonna sound more full than it is with me just chugging big chords here. Let's go ahead, let's do our final two riffs. We're gonna get back on, we never were on it. We're gonna get on the Blackstar Amped 1 pedal power amp and then directly in, and we're gonna call it a day. All right, guys, so I have the Blackstar hooked up now into the Mesa cab, and we have the King in Yellow boosting the pedal, and it sounds awesome. All right, so in my personal opinion, sounds awesome being boosted by the King in Yellow. Let's go ahead, let's kick it off. Let's hear it with the built-in boost. honestly, with the built-in boost through this pedal, I think the saturation is coming through a little bit more just due to the frequencies on the Amped 1. And I think it sounds really good, actually. Like, I'm a fan of that. All right, finally, let's plug it into the front end of my DAW. Let's hear how it sounds. Alright guys, that's gonna do it for me today on the brand new Licked Larum Audio TDW Total Distortion Worship Pedal. Got the name right. What did you guys think about this pedal? Do you guys enjoy the tones? Did you have as much fun listening to it as I did playing it? Probably not, but regardless, let me know what your thoughts are on this pedal down below. If you guys would like to pick it up, the price is going to be 289 euro if you buy direct from Licked Larum Audio in Germany, or you can get it from Cult Effects, which I will link down below in the description of this video to pick it in the US dealer. To pick it up from their US dealer, and that price is gonna be 289 US dollars. Thanks again to Daniel and Licked Larum Audio for sponsoring this video. I had a lot of fun filming this, and this is definitely a pedal that's gonna stick around for me. And yeah, if you wanna support the channel in any other way, Zounds Sweetwater affiliate links always apply down below in the description, or you can add your name to this list of incredible people by joining my Patreon community and supporting the channel that way. I'll love you forever, whether you want me to or not. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Kyle here again. We'll see you next time.
You know what this wall is missing? Another amp. There we go.